Hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute, La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet for the dates of the 13th through the 20th of July 2023. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for checking in. Thanks for spending time with us, and please, like I always say, do us a big favor. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, the quietest place I could find to do the fishing report this week wasn't in my car while I'm traveling, and it wasn't at home in the home office. I'm actually in the real office. A couple of you have asked me what my office looks like. What does Tailhunter Central look like? Well, take a look. This is what our office looks like. This is where all the magic happens. Don't look for the man behind the curtain, but take a look. This is what our office looks like, and I'm in the corner. The messiest desk is mine, and this is where we make things happen 7 days a week for the last 30 years. Well, okay, now that you've seen my office, let's get on and let me tell you what's going on with the fishing report. I could make this really quick. Are we catching fish? Yes. Are we still catching Dorado? Yes, on all counts. Is it hot? Yes. I could probably stop right there and say, just, go to the fishing gallery and look at the pictures. That will tell you the whole story and what's going on. Yes, it's hot. It's really warm. But the funny thing is, what I'm seeing in the weather reports, it's probably hotter where you are than it is down here. Usually people come down here to catch some sunshine and get warmed up. Well, I think we're actually a little cooler than it is back up in the United States. But the fishing is definitely hot. The Dorado are still biting. I don't know. We're having the best Dorado bite I've seen in the 30 years I've been here. There's a lot of schoolie fish, no question about it. Folks are coming back from fishing early. I've had folks coming back at 8:30, 9 o'clock say, you know what, that's enough. I looked in the water and it was like an aquarium out there. I really wish somebody would stick a GoPro camera under the water and see what it looks like with all these Dorado. It's like a big, giant aquarium. But everybody's too busy catching fish. There's so much action going on. Some of the days, I'm not kidding you, they are finishing really early, and it's been so hot, especially the last couple of days, that they're saying, you know what, let's just go in. We've had a great time. We've already caught enough fish for the last few days. I've got fish in the freezer, got plenty to take home. We just caught another limit of fish. We've caught some other rooster fish and some Pargo Cabria. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's go back just in time for lunch, just in time to catch a massage, get a siesta, have a nice lunch, and have a beer on the beach, and just call it a day. It's been that kind of fishing. Now, those schoolie fish that they're running into, those are the fun 8 to 12 to 15 pound fish. A lot of fun, especially because this time of the year we've got a lot of families, a lot of first timers, a lot of couples out there. They're not hardcore fishermen. They may not have a lot of experience. So this size of fish is a lot of fun. On top of that, though, we are still catching some of the biggest, most consistent bite on big rooster fish that I've seen in many years. 20, 30, 40, even 50-pound fish. And some of the captains, and this is when a captain tells me how big a fish is. If a client tells me, I was hooked onto a 60-pound fish, I'll be a little skeptical about that. It's definitely a big fish, no doubt about it. Whether it's a 60-pound or a 50-pound fish, we'll question that, but I'll go along with whatever they say. But if one of our captains tells me that there was a 40 or 50 or 60-pound fish on, and they fought it for a half an hour or an hour, I'm going to give that a lot of credibility, because we do have some big bulls running around. And it's been a lot of fun, but we are losing a lot of those as well. And that's why they're bigger fish. They're stronger. They're tougher. They know all the tricks. And especially if we've got first-timers, or we've got kids, or we've got folks that just don't have a lot of experience on some of these bigger fish. A 10-pound fish isn't twice as strong as a 5-pound. A 20-pounder isn't twice as strong as a 10-pound fish. A 30-pounder, a 40-pounder, they're exponentially stronger. They're going to leap. They're going to run. They're going to take... I had somebody tell me he whipped off 200 yards of line on the reel, and he just couldn't stop it. The captain couldn't stop it. One of our first-timers, what she did is she just stuck the rod back in the rod holder, and, well, that means the rod is sticking straight up and down, and the fish just snapped off the rod, broke it in half. But, that's just the way it goes. It's part of fishing. It's part of the fun. It makes for great memories, but there are some bigger fish. And if you look at the fishing gallery this week, once again, some really big bulls, some big-headed beasts that we're still catching out there. Don't know how long it's going to last, but we are in prime time right now. I think Dorado season is going to last. Usually it lasts till October. Whether we're still going to have this consistent, very good 5-star bite continue on, I don't know. But for right now, we certainly are loving it. We're having a great time. Are there other species out there? Yes, there are. Here's the problem, though. We've got Pargo, we've got Cabrillo, there's Bonito, there's Marlin, there's probably some Wahoo, and there's some tuna out there. There are roosterfish still out there and other species. Here's the problem, though, is everyone who wants one of those, they start out and they say, we've caught enough Dorado. But let's catch some rockfish. Let's go some Pargo, Cabrillo, and want to spend some time looking for roosterfish. And then they get into the Dorado school. They go, you know what, I'm having a good time. Don't leave fish to find fish. The other fish are going to require us to do such and such or spend more time. We're having a good time. We're filling the cooler. We're releasing lots of fish. So they don't chase the other fish. So that's just what's going on. But we are catching some of the folks who are committing the time to go to the islands, go to the rocks, do a little bit of trolling, are catching some of the other species. But the reason you're not seeing a lot of other pictures of other fish doesn't mean that they aren't out there. It's just that a lot of folks aren't fishing for the other species of fish. But anyway, they are out there, and that's going to be a quick wrap up on what's going on down here in La Paz. If you're coming down, make sure you bring some I was trying to think in 2 languages here. Bring a big hat. Bring the sunscreen. Bring long sleeve shirts. Stay out of the sun as much as possible. Stay hydrated. Bring some of those little electrolyte packets. I can't think again. Thinking in 2 languages. Gatorade is great. Powerade is great. The problem with it for me is it's got too much sugar in it. I'd rather take one of those electrolyte energy powders, put it in a cold bottle of water, shake it up, and chug that down. That's a lot better, at least for me. I don't want to have that much sugar. Bring some of those packets down. It really, really will help. Stay hydrated. Beers and margaritas are fine, but that's not going to help you if you get a little bit of heat stroke going on. And once you've got the heat stroke, drinking water is not going to bring you back up to speed. You're going to want to replenish the electrolytes. You're going to want to get some potassium into you, eat a banana or whatever it may take, but that's what it's going to do. So don't get in that space to begin with. Anyway, a quick wrap up. I hear some people are going to start coming into the office, and so I'm going to cut this a little short. Stay tuned. Check out the fish gallery this week. A lot of great pictures to show you once again. Anyway, I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute. You take care. Thanks for spending time with us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you next week. God bless.